but I want to share 2 short testimonies about healing that I received from the Lord. So the first one happened maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I'm a big walker, and I was walking, and all of a sudden I heard a big crack and a pop in my knee, and I had immediate pain, just excruciating, where I could hardly walk. And a day or 2 later, I went to the doctors, and they said I had a torn meniscus. They wanted to put me on anti-inflammatories and send me to physical therapy, give me exercise to do, which I did all that, but I continued to have pain a month or 2 later. So I went back and I said, is there anything else you can do? And so they scheduled me for surgery. And a couple days before the surgery, I was at a church picnic, and 2 ladies, I asked them to pray for me. I knew God used them to pray for people. And they just came up and laid hands on my knee. And the next day, I was totally 100% healed. The pain never came back. That is the first time I'd had an instantaneous healing like that. The second one actually happened a long time ago when I was 24 years old. And what's interesting is at that time, I believed in the Lord, but I won't say that I was fully surrendered or walking with the Lord at that time. But I was going to nursing school, and I had to have a physical exam and a chest x-ray. Got the call from the doctor, you need to come in and you need to, bring someone with you, your parents or some guardian. We found a big mass in your lung. And so they brought me in, and they said it could be lymphoma, which is like a cancer of the lymph system, which is quite serious, or it could be another disease called sarcoidosis, which is very rare, but we want to do a lymph node biopsy. So they took a biopsy, and it was not a cancer, praise the Lord. And I had a praying mother too, by the way, that was praying for me. And of course, I was crying out to God too at that time, even though, like I said, I wasn't 100% fully surrendered to the Lord, but God is gracious to hear our prayers. But after the biopsy showed that it was this disease called sarcoidosis. And actually that can be fatal. The doctor even told me when he was in medical school that he had, one of the medical students actually died from that. But what it is, it's like lymph tissue can grow, and it can impede off like your heart or your lungs or your vital organs. Anyway, that's what I had. I never had to be treated for it. The next chest x-ray I had, mass was gone, totally clear, and I've never had any issues with it. And again, that was probably 45 years ago. So I praise the Lord for his healing, for his mercy, for his goodness to me. Our God is the God of the impossible. And he says he heals all our diseases. So stand on it. Stand on what God's word says, and you'll see the miracles.